Alrighty, folks. Well, welcome to another session of our Astral Avenue Magdalena Blues. I am your Dungeon Mister, joined by our wonderful and magnanimous and spectacular and I was trying to think of a different word for wonderful. The players that are playing today. If you guys want to say hey, yeah, I mean, you know.
Hello, everybody. Hi,
Hello
Internet.
there.
Someone subscribed for 11 months. But thank you. And let's talk a little bit, like always, about what happened last time before we get into what's gonna happen this time. You know, per the usual. Let's do that.
Do it.
Last time, with you guys learning you had a stake in a certain bounty on Bub's Hub, you started to look into it. Followed a lead given by Flossenrex, a more upscale bar within this asteroid base. Seeing Louise here as well, you guys learned that a rival of his, Dewey, had recently performed here. Without a second thought, Louise put on a performance, and while winning the dim-lit bar crowd over, you gained insight into who you might be here looking for. A tiefling waitress named Frinky. As Louise was well rewarded with a glass of pleasure krill, as well as the prospect of possibly playing here again for lucrative money. But he and Aethel and Oblate imbibed on these pleasure krill and saw wondrous things in the tavern, things that others couldn't, things that were probably there but couldn't be defined. Tobias used this time to try and sneak down, somehow connected to nothing for a moment. His echo was able to defy logic and physics, finding an area of sewers connecting beneath this asteroid. While the others found out Frinky was a half-cousin to this bounty, Tomas Tiddly Taffer, she was concerned for him and said he was probably with his friend, a Modron called REB8, or Rebate. Taking this information and a possibility of a future date for Louise, you guys set out of the bar, research. After seeing some friends from Chiron's Sword, started to swap stories of your business in the street. Unfortunately, this was cut short as one of the two allies had his head explode by a nearby brain gun that belonged to the feared mind flayer, Odros, the Mindful. Seeing you guys after the bounty too, it would seem, he and his brain-dead cadre launched a dangerous assault. He fled during this and allowed his underlings to try to handle things. And in the end, bodies were in the street, just not yours. We find ourselves a little bit of time later, dusting off yourselves from, well, the event in the street. You guys are licking your wounds at a hat shop run by someone Louise was speaking to previously in the bar. Corvette's Caps, owned by Corvette. And in this shop, we would see kind of a small boutique setup with several hats in the process of being made and like the several head mannequins, busts, that's what they're called. Several busts and various different kind of figures and colors and draperies, kind of like to make these like different cloth and fabrics and you name it. Just a colorful assortment. All run by this one penguin folk, a Doar, by the name of Corvette. As well as her underling. Actually, several goblins are running around as those are her minions. But as you guys are checking out the hat shop, the goblins just showing you about the place as Corvette's kind of taking a back seat to all this, just kind of reading the room to see what piques your interest.
I got to say, Corvette, you do have quite the collection here, but I am just not sure it matches with my sense of style.
Oh, with those Wonderful locks. I don't know why you'd want to hide your hair.
Of course. Perhaps, Oblate, we could pick something for you.
Yeah, I kind of think that this mushroom-looking hat kind of fits my motif, maybe.
Oh, the toadstool veil. I was saving that for someone, but I could see it, yes. Wouldn't you be more interested in something like, this Bounty Finder's tricorn? They say it goes with the jacket quite spiffingly. Although I wouldn't, of course, hinder your wants and whims.
I was actually going to say that myself. Or perhaps the Bellhot topper. That gives you kind of like a steampunk vibe, yes?
Oh, I could see that, like a chimney sweep. But
yes, like a chimney sweep.
But more distinguished, of
That's
course.
exactly what I want.
I think the tricorn buddy, if you're wanting to be captain.
Oh, are you the
I can make-
captain?
I could
That
be
depends if he
hat.
looks like it.
Well, then I dare say that this Dune cowl, this cowboy hat with a fantastic little ruffle under it, might fit you well. Toss it around and turns into a large scorpion beast that you could even ride. Across the stars, maybe? Yes. But, of course, whatever tickles your fancy. If you are the captain, indeed, of this motley crew, then perhaps you set the tone, and they will follow. Be a trendsetter.
There's no law that the captain can't wear a mushroom hat.
There isn't.
True.
There isn't at all.
And it says that I can. It magically changes shape, though, right? I can make it change its appearance as long as it still looks like a mushroom.
Why, yes. It's been imbued with the finest of fabrics as well as just a hint of several varied mushroom species, so it can transform at a moment's notice. It could be a small little trumpet mushroom, just like a crown atop your head, or it could be a wide, thin brim with dangly bits down. It is entirely your call. Or it could look like something sickly if you'd prefer, although I don't see it.
Can I make it look like the tricorn, but covered in mushrooms?
A tricorn mushroom?
Yeah.
She just kind of like grabs her chest like... That is the most marvelous thing I have ever indeed heard. A mushroom in the shape of a triangle on your head. And this,
On my head.
this I would have to see.
With
I will place it on my head and try to make it so.
Number 2.
It does require attunement.
You're right.
We stand here for 1 hour.
I mean, so I guess
You guys have
just
been hanging
outside-
out in the shop. Like, you could have taken your short rest here if you'd like. I may
I
okay
guess
with that.
outside of RP, do you guys think that the tricorn is better than the toadstool veil? I mean,
Like the
You-
actual
you.
ability.
yeah. I mean,
The
if I'm fighting people, being able to potentially affect them if I get hit
Yeah,
is kind of cool.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Mhm.
toadstool
But I
veil is
feel like-
actually a better like
Yeah.
item.
And the
But
issue
if
of
you're
the
wanting to
tricorn
look
was
cool,
Cool. Right.
If you
yeah,
don't,
the issue of
if
the
you look
tricorn
like-
was
if,
what?
if you want to look like a pirate, then obviously the
Right.
tricorn's way better than having a mushroom cap on your head.
If you
I
don't
think the
use the
mushroom-
ability of the tricorn, if you don't find what you're looking for, it is like basically a
It
one-time
becomes
use, right?
a hat. Yeah.
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 Especially
So-
since we already have the where is
Locate
it?
ability.
You do
Well, yeah,
have.
look at object, but we have an item that does a seeker's compass.
Yep.
Yeah.
You do have that, which
That
actually
casts
lasts for
locate.
longer.
Yeah, it lasts for 1 hour and doesn't require concentration from
I
anybody.
mean, the mushroom.
And we just
cap
get it
is
once per
cool.
day.
Go with the toadstool cap. I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
you want that.
You can make it look
That's
like a
what I'm gonna
pirate.
go with. Yeah, I can make it look. I mean, I just figure, especially with Oblate having ties to, rotting and death and stuff.
Yeah, you're some kind of mushroom. Yeah.
Fungus.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And also,
maybe-
I think we just elected you captain when we landed here. They asked who the captain was. So, like, get whatever hat you want to, man.
I
That
think
is the toadstool veil.
technically we're not even allowed to vote because we're not part of that mercenary group. I think it's really just between.
I don't even think it was a vote. It was
Between
they
me,
asked who the
and
captain
Tobias.
was.
Mhm.
We were like, yeah, man, you got the jacket. You're the captain.
We're
Yeah.
interchangeable. Tobias can be captain if he wants to be captain on certain days. We'll share.
Shared
Share the
custody of
every
the
other-
captain.
Yeah, every other Tuesday and
We
Thursday.
we're co-captains.
Right.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
co-captaincy.
Co-captains. Can I be assistant to the or co-assistant to the co-captain?
You could be assistant to
Oh.
the co-captains.
Okay.
That makes you basically
Just not
a
assistant
third-hand
co-captain.
man.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't get twisted.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean like the mushroom cap does way cooler stuff. Like
We're
actual
going with
stuff
the mushroom hat.
Oh,
I'm gonna be a mushroom captain.
it is a wonderful cap, and I dare say make it fit you quite well. And would you be interested in anything else? Any of my more elaborate fixings? Perhaps a second mate or first mate's cap. I don't know ship terms, but whatever that's called. Your second in charge. Maybe a little something for them.
Who's second in charge?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you don't even know as a captain. You can choose who your second in charge is.
You guys have to fight for it.
No thanks.
Try out my combat.
All right, you're
I
out.
don't.
This
Luis.
I don't.
We have
don't
to
wanna-
fight for the captain's love.
Yeah, I don't want to take somebody out of.
Tobias, you can be second in command.
Oh,
Okay, I'll be first mate.
first
I do,
mate.
what-
But she's
Sorry,
just
while
like
they're doing this-
confused.
Can I use my merchant sense to try and appraise the value of the toadstool cap?
Toadstool cap would be valued at about 450.
Okay. And she's selling it for 4, or?
She's selling it to you for 4 because
Okay.
He likes you.
Doar, a little bit of
Don't worry.
know.
Don't worry.
Oh,
discount.
it's a racism thing. My
Yeah,
bad. I
it
didn't
is.
realize. Never mind.
A race
It's
thing,
not
yeah.
that she likes you; she dislikes us.
yeah.
It's basically the same,
tomato.
though.
Yeah. Perhaps a little topper for your assistant.
Do any of them turn into weapons? Because I like weapons a lot.
Oh, well, this fantastic cowboy hat with the cowl on it for the dunes does turn into a weapon of sorts. A giant scorpion. You could ride around. I dare say it would look perfect for you. Cowboy Tobias.
Everybody. Linen. Yeah.
Sure.
I don't usually wear hats, but because you can see the people that usually wear a hat. That's a doctor there,
Oh.
Dr. Jellybean.
Do you have any doctor's caps?
Well, no, but surely you're studied, and the scholar cap just goes hand in hand with that.
Sure, sure. Makes you smarter.
You need to read something. Well, it'll help you read it better and quicker, understand all those things.
Is it uncommon, rare, or very rare?
It would be the uncommon variety. I haven't quite mastered the upper echelons of scholarly study within the cap. As you see, it does take a bit of an essence, hairs from those that are smarter and more knowledgeable, to help stitch it in there, get the magics going.
Cool. How much is that one? 400 also?
That would be 400 as well. But only because you're such good friends with Louise.
That
Very
we
nice
are.
of you.
Aether's actually my best friend.
That's true.
Oh, wonderful. I wouldn't have guessed, but I can see that. Almost like Sometimes you just want to put hot sauce on your scrambled eggs.
He is the hot sauce to my scrambled eggs. Yes.
Not all the time, but sometimes you just get that hankering for it.
Aethel
I
has a
have
hat.
been told I'm an acquired taste.
Are you wearing your dragon hat, Aethel?
It's probably not around anymore because it was like made out of paper.
You might have like
Disintegrated.
kept
It's
it.
been like months.
Did you keep wearing it until it fell apart?
Probably.
It's on a shelf in his room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to like put it away.
The scraps of it, yeah. Well, I won't twist your arm to buy all of the hats, although you probably could if you wanted to.
I don't know. We're kind of poor.
Oh.
But not so poor. Aethel, you see, this is why he's my best friend. He has the jokes.
Oh, I see. Wonderful. Well, perhaps if you see yourselves getting attacked by a flight of birds every now and then, this flight of fancy fascinator might suit one of you well. Never know. Birds are often the sign of devils, so I've been told.
I did not know that.
Only the flying kind, of course.
Not those flightless birds.
No, we are quite the opposite.
So angels.
One
Something
might say we
like
are
that.
angels.
Yes.
I don't think the hat would do anything to me.
Oh. Well, I'm not going to twist your arms about it, but it was wonderful of you to have come by, Louise. It will just be 400 gold, of course, for the toadstool veil. For your
you
wonderful
like to-
captain.
Would you like to barter? I do have this beautiful ornament. The octopus ornament, worth 500.
Oh.
Perhaps you could adorn this to one of your hats. For some style of fashion.
That is quite a hefty gem. Are you sure you want to part with it, Louise?
I am not handcuffed to this item.
Oh. Not yet, at least.
Not yet, of course. Maybe if you were to make this into a fashionable hat, I could come by and repurchase it.
I like the sound of that. Sounds like quite a challenge. I'll see what I can do with it. Yes, I'll trade you the gemstone for this hat. I don't mind at
Very
all.
well. Well, there you go, Blake. You have yourself a new hat.
Oh, thank you so much.
That was fun. Thank you.
Oh, anytime. Anytime you need a hat, just come to Corvettes and I'll be here making the hats.
That makes sense.
Mm.
Since you make hats.
Well, or finding, repurposing, and trading.
Like I said, the hot sauce.
Speaking of eggs and hot sauce, where do you get some of those around here?
Oh, well, I'd recommend checking out. There's a nice little diner. They are quite rude to you, though, but that's kind of their shtick. Just near the top, but a little bit of a bother sometimes. Rough housing and all that. If you're in the mood for some eggs and hot sauce, and they have the best toast. I don't know what they do, but it toasts perfectly on both sides, edges and all. And it's just buttered, but it's not... I don't know. It's like the butter's in it.
Oh.
Well, now I want some eggs
Butter
and hot sauce,
infused.
buttered toast.
You had me at buttered toast.
Mhm.
Yes, the establishment is called Burnt Toast.
Ah. Is it burnt though? or
Oh,
is it
far from it. It's just the attitudes of the staff there.
Just,
I like it. Burnt toast. We'll have to check it out. Thank you.
Of course. Well, I hope
Nice.
your captaining and ship taking goes along well with all of your trying to think of like words for nautical, like 50 knots under the sea and all that.
Yes, of course. Of course.
We go in the ocean. Yep.
No, the Astral Sea, of course. I'm not...
Oh, right.
If you... Oh, you're too much.
Well, it's always been a pleasure, Corvette.
Yes, and don't forget to come in anytime you're in. I'd love to see a friendly face. New hats all the time.
Well, perhaps we will take a stop by before we leave here.
I'd love to see you again. And your friends. Newly appointed captain with the new hat. I hope it fits well, and I hope it will continue to fit well. It will, no doubt, because that magically made. All hats here. Magic.
Gonna go now.
Let's skedaddle.
Oh, yes. Of
Device is
course.
already out the
Like
door,
that.
trying to plating his new gun that he doesn't really know much about. Xenoblade.
Don't point that at anybody unless you want to shoot them.
Right.
These
Don't
characters,
look down
am I
the barrel.
right? Have a good night.
I'm outside doing
She'll
it.
she'll give a
Look
deep
at the-
bow and
So do you keep it loaded the whole time, no blade?
Always one in the chamber.
Okay.
It's the best way to be.
Is there like a safety on it, or is it
Yeah,
just
there's
ready?
a
Right
to
here.
be-
Right here.
See that,
That's
Tobias?
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
was afraid of.
That's much more safer than his over here.
Right. I didn't think I'd want to be doing that. That seems dangerous.
Yeah,
Just keep it like this until you want to do this.
I'm just gonna
And you'll
put
be
it in
good.
his holster for now.
fair enough.
Put it on the belt and be like,
It's gonna
okay.
be just gonna be a decoration. It's not
I
even.
might
loaded.
use it. It's loaded. I might use it eventually. Better than the short bow I got strung around.
Well, you can
No,
fire multiple shots with your short bow.
That's
true.
true.
But as you leave Corvette's shop into the not bustling streets / alley / undercity that is in Bub's Hub, the combination of ships that make it up. What are you guys up to? Where are you going? What's up?
Oh, I'm gonna lead them down. Oh,
Tobias,
yeah,
we're following you.
What's the
You
plan?
said we're going down into the sewers, or where?
yeah. Just, looking around, make sure there's no one around. Yeah, that's just follow me.
There's people around.
There's always people around.
Yeah, it's all right. Just act
Okay.
casually.
Do we have
Natural.
a way to get down there?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of know where the area is. We'll go there and we'll search. You guys are.
Well, we should be on guard, being the whole disappearing mind flayer.
Right.
That is
There is that.
very aware of
Mhm.
what we're doing at this point.
I do not like that guy.
Yeah, not a fan.
That's okay. He doesn't like us.
No, he doesn't like anybody.
Fair. So
We'll
we
get him,
shouldn't
don't
take
worry.
it personally.
I
Well-
tend to take it personally when somebody tries to suck the brains out of my skull.
It seems very personal when it happens, yeah.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts your feelings, you know.
Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Hurts your brain, I think. Actually.
Do you think chickens take it personally when we kill them to eat them?
All right, we are not going to get into a whole animal ethics thing. Okay, that is a
Fascinating.
road.
Well, actually, I have studied the emotional impact of animal eating on
Mhm.
chickens and other animals, and it really depends on their intelligence. Chickens are pretty low, really, in terms of intelligence, so they don't worry about it. But like space hamsters, oh boy, so worried about it. Glad we stopped eating
Oh,
those.
yeah.
Makes sense. That's why we
Mhm.
stopped eating them.
I bet we can find spam here.
Hey,
Like,
Ah, no.
that's
Wouldn't
illegal
that be
now.
really old?
it never goes bad.
Is that
It
true?
never goes bad.
That's
Mad
true enough.
preservatives.
It's in a can.
Doesn't it have an expiration date?
That's
a
just
suggestion.
all. Yeah. That's the government
it's a
trying to get you to
Best Buy
buy
date.
more.
No, we can't buy more
Because of the illegality.
spam is illegal, highly coveted.
We should find a way to the sewers.
Yeah,
That we should.
We're walking and talking about spam.
Oh, okay.
and
Fair enough.
ethical-
That is
Yeah.
a nice segue, Malcolm.
Anyways, about the sewer.
Tobias, I guess you're trying to lead them to
Yeah.
where you had seen in this weird semi-vision that you had with your time ghost, your echo. Give me a survival check to try and locate a proper way into the sewers near the area where you had kind of felt and seen.
That's fair. Yeah. You know what? I have an extra second win back. I'm gonna add a D10 to that, just because What?
Okay.
Honestly, 15's not that bad.
15's not
That
bad.
was six.
Which is good because 16's not much better.
16's not much better. Yeah.
As
Some would say
you're...
it's a whole one better.
It is.
Whole
And in a
5%.
game of numbers, ones matter.
Right.
But traveling through the innards of Bub's hub, through this colorful lights and different sort of vessels that you can kind of almost picture what some of them were like stitched apart and like spread out and stitched together, and it's weird, but it makes sense once you're going through it. Like, yes, this is a hallway, sort of. Like, essentially that's what everything is down here, is like series of hallways and alleyways with rubble and broken bits above. Never seeing one little bit of actual earth or inside of this meteor. It all just seems like this endless maze of corridors. After about 45 or so minutes, Tobias leading you down and down and then in, you actually probably spot a few entrances that look like sewer grates or manhole covers. Not one of them matching, by the way. Like, they're all various different shapes, sizes, colors, materials that you have seen. But Tobias, you feel like you found one that looks to be a little bit bent up. Like it's more of a grate instead of a manhole cover. That is probably around the same area.
Yeah, this should be it. All right, guys, just be careful and squeeze through. Everything's rusted. Don't cut yourself.
As it looks like only Tobias and Dr. Jellybean could probably fit.
Think small.
Think small. That's not how this works.
Right. Well, this is the closest place to where we want to go. So, does it look like it could be bent, or possibly with like strength, some muscle?
Possibly. You got a fancy crowbar or something?
No, not really.
Do you have a big, heavy stick by chance, Oblate, we could use to pry this open?
What about
I
the
mean-
canabo?
That could possibly work, I guess. You want me to just put it in there and like try to pry it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't break your canava.
I think it should be okay. I hope. Now you got me thinking I'm gonna break it.
Odds are very low since it's magically reinforced.
Okay. Well,
We just
I'll
need
give
it
it
a
shot.
little bit bigger.
Oh, like jam your Kanabo in there and try and bend and break the bars
Yeah,
to
I'm
the
just gonna
sewer
have-
grate.
I'm gonna, like, sit there and go, yeah, pull, buddy, pull, I'll push.
Is it possible to just leverage it up?
The
Like
actual
remove it completely?
grate.
We'll find out. It's going to be an
Okay.
athletics check.
Do you want some
Ooh,
help?
do you want to roll with advantage, or do you want me to roll separate?
I would say with advantage for this one.
Okay.
'Cause-
Are we still poisoned?
You are not.
from the pleasure.
It ended an hour. It lasted an hour.
Awesome. I'm gonna turn that off then.
Turn that off.
Oh man, no more fun visions for you guys?
No.
No T-Rex?
I was having a good time.
With a
Yeah,
20,
Pretty good.
it takes some work, and like a couple of what look to be like rat folk kind of walk by, like eyeing you. Hey,
Official business. Keep moving.
what are you guys doing?
Official business. Keep moving.
Yeah, but what is it?
What does it look like we're doing?
Okay, so I gotta ask you, are there really fish down here?
You're asking me if there's fish down here?
No, I'm asking the rat people.
What do you mean
Like,
fish?
like-
Yeah, of course there's fish.
Pleasure Grill? Is this where you get them?
What? Pleasure krill in the sewer?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that this is where you get the pleasure krill. We're just
The
trying
poop
to.
babies.
Give me a
I mean,
give me a
they-
deception check, Tobias.
Okay.
It won't be bad. There's no way.
Ooh.
Actually, it's pretty good.
With a nat 20.
That is the best you can
Are you
do.
serious? Pleasure krill here? Make a
Yeah,
make a
I don't
fucking
know if this is
fortune.
the right place. Yeah, you should check one of the other grades. This one's ours.
What? No, that's our grade.
Mm,
I'm gonna like just put my hand towards my weapon.
No, it's our pleasure krill.
as I've heard before, they didn't have your name on it.
Look,
I'll
buddy,
start- I'll look at the grade like, nope, don't see a name on there.
are these?
So I ain't got no
are
name.
these really-
So it works.
What do people call you?
Ratso.
I'm about to call you dead in a second.
Sounds like a name to me, Rat. So
Call me dead. Is that a
Ratso?
threat?
Look, it's not a threat.
As they all kind of
but
crouch down, ready to pounce.
Look,
How
we
many of
don't
them are
need
there?
any of this.
The Kanabo is out of the grate and just resting on my shoulder now.
how about we make you a deal, Rat? So, okay.
Yeah. 50 gold,
You live
and
up-
you can use our grate.
Is
no,
there
I
a
got
grate
something
nearby?
better.
Give me a perception check, Malcolm.
Go ahead, Dr. Jellybean.
I got
I'm
something
just
better
working
than
on a
50
backup.
gold. All right, listen to this.
You don't see
Okay, I'm a scientist. I know all about pleasure krill. What if, Ratso, do you live around here?
Yeah.
Okay, you write down your address, and we'll give you I don't know, 30% of whatever pleasure krill we find down here. How does that sound? It's way more than 50 gold.
That way it saves you time, the hassle of going down there, and
Yeah,
hey, there's no pleasure krill. You don't lose anything.
Oh, you write down your address, and we're gonna go down there. Like I said, I'm a scientist. I know all about what pleasure krill,
Dr. Jellybean,
what they look like.
give me a persuasion with advantage.
Okay,
You got this.
persuasion. Oh, I didn't click advantage.
Well, then just roll it a second time.
Roll it
And
again.
roll better.
It's gonna
But
be
it's not the
better.
same. It is better.
With a 12. All right, but we want 10 gold up front.
No.
Yeah,
About 40%. You're twisting my arm here.
60.
Sure.
I mean, you should be giving
Yeah.
us 10 gold because we're doing all the work, right?
60%, that's all I'm saying.
You can give us 60%. That'll be fine.
60%
No,
comes out of
no.
your end.
Oh, Oblate, we're giving them 60%
Elbow.
of the pleasure krill that we find down
that
there.
we find of
Malcolm
the,
casts
of the pleasure
minor
krill.
illusion while this is all going on, just to project the sound of like a rat person screaming coming from the sewer, like painful, agonizing scream.
Give me an intimidation check, Malcolm. As you guys would hear screams coming from the sewers.
It's gonna be another one of those nights.
Just like every other night.
Someone's already finding it. It's 60% of whatever you get down there is ours. Me, Ratso, and his crew.
You write
Okay,
down
Ratso.
your address,
60%.
Ratso,
No money up
Whatever.
front.
of whatever we find. Pleasure Krill. You got it. Got your name on it, bud.
I don't have an address.
Where do you
Well,
sleep?
how do we find you?
Where do you
There's a
live?
crate down the road. We stay in there.
Crate.
It's
Down
an
the
old
road.
old shipping crate. It's red. It's got blue bangles on it.
Does it have a name on it?
Yeah, it says Ratso's place.
Well, there we go. Now we know how to find you.
Perfect. Oh.
Can't miss
Did it
it.
say that before you lived there, or
Yeah, that's why I'm called Ratso.
I got it?
That makes sense.
All right.
60%.
We should probably shake on this. Oblate, you're the captain. You shake on it.
Oh, yeah, captain. Your crew? You got a ship?
No.
No
You're
ship
like
yet.
a team.
Not yet.
We gotta find the Pleasure Krill so we can make the money for a ship.
That's your first mistake. Get a ship first, then get a crew. That's what I should have done. I got the crew first, and I've been here forever.
See, we got the crew, then we got the hat. And the coat.
Where'd you get the hat from?
We found it.
Same with the jacket.
Had my name on it
It
though.
looks kind of weird, but kind of cool.
It is unique.
All right, you know where to find us. We're watching
Ratso.
you.
Sure.
Okay.
As they just watch
We
with their
need
arms
back.
crossed, like from
Okay.
across the street, and just back up.
We're gonna go now.
Not weird at all.
How many of them are there?
It's like 6.
How big are these creatures?
About the size of Dr. Jellybean.
So, that was entertaining. Shall we proceed?
Sure.
Yeah, but I'm not giving them any of the pleasure krill. That's
No,
out
I
of the
have a feeling
question.
we-
No, there's
What
no
pleasure, Krill?
The one in the sewer.
Do you really want to eat sewer pleasure krill? I'm not
poo
even that
babies,
desperate.
right? They just have to mature.
No, those are actual like poo babies. Like they're swimming around in shit.
Just like the other ones.
We're gonna.
Can
we're
we
gonna
just
talk
all
about
agree
this
not
later.
to eat anything that lives in the sewers?
Yes.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
I make no promises. There might be
Oh,
something.
Tobias,
You
don't.
should probably
no.
make a promise.
It's not that hard of a promise. Come on.
As a doctor, I cannot advise you to eat anything that we find down here.
If you do, everyone keep an eye out for a bodega that sells like a toothbrush and toothpaste or something.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Right.
As you guys hop
As we
down
get out of
into the
this
sewers.
shot in the sewers, you know we're probably gonna have to kill them, right?
Why? We'll give them all 60% of the pretzel krill we find.
I mean, we agreed. 60% of 0 is 0.
Right.
That's how math
So-
works.
Yep.
Which is why it's a pretty good deal for us.
hmm
I mean,
Also,
I'm
there's
not
got to be
being-
more than one exit out of here, so I think we'll be
Yeah.
fine.
As you hop down, there's no ladder going up to the grate, or if there was, it had broken off ages ago. You can see this probably about 15 to 25 feet wide. It varies in places to places. Like, it seems like the pipes have also been stitched together from multiple different kind of pipings and outfittings. It's a hodgepodge sewer. Heavy with water flow, except for like a little rickety walkway on one side of it. Water kind of, if you look one way, it looks like it's going up. Other times it looks like it's like heading downhill. And you would see it kind of swerve off in different directions, either side of this place. It defies the laws of physics, the way the water is. It's definitely a smelly, yet fragrant, bubbly brew of greenish water down here. It does have this kind of near perfumed scent. as you guys are in the sewers.
True story.
Terrible. I like it better the other way.
So Tobias, where are we going at this time?
I'm looking around for any familiar signs.
Give me a oof. I'm gonna say insight check.
Insight check. Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit. The 15. Looking it over, you think it's one direction. Yeah. Yeah, sure.
It's this way.
Kind of like uphill a little bit, as the water also flows uphill. Hear the skittering
sure.
of some creatures in the distance, either direction. It just kind of echoes throughout here. This dripping and bubbling all around.
Yeah, this is safe. No, this way, guys. Yeah, this looks really familiar.
You don't sound confident.
Well, I didn't go this way the last time.
Technically, you didn't come down here at all.
That's true.
I didn't. Do you want me?
And
Hold on.
usually people don't say this seems safe in situations that are definitely safe. So
Seems safe.
yeah, maybe
Oh, and,
everyone be on their guard.
Last time I cast mage armor, do you have any idea?
Like
During the
3 hours
fight
ago, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good.
with the captain.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. That's right.
Well, if we think we're close, if you see a landmark you recognize, I could cast Locate Creature again. We know the person's name. Actually, we know 2 different people's name.
well, I only saw the was it RB8?
Rebate?
Rebate.
That's the only one I saw.
Am I able to determine based on this environment, like what type of creatures, if any, could be down here?
Sure. You can give me a nature check.
The sewer kind.
I
Ooh,
appreciate that
ooh,
you
ooh.
said if any, because it gives him the option of saying no. There's nothing down
Aren't
here. It's totally
any.
safe.
With
What if
a
there's not anything down here?
with a
Because
20
it's a
frickin'
normal
3.
city sewer.
There's chemicals.
The sounds
probably,
you
I don't
hear
know.
kind of sound like a mix between bugs and rats. So that seems probable, but then looking at the amount of water, it's not like... It doesn't smell like a typical sewer, at least. It seems cleaner somehow.
But it has like a fragrant sort of
It has
smell.
a fragrance to it. Like
I
almost
able
like
to
someone put
determine
cleaning
what-
product or something in it.
Okay. So it is treated in some way.
It is
Fabulous,
treated, so
so-
you might even be able to find fish or fish-like creatures. Probably anything aquatic or semi-aquatic could possibly survive down here.
Well, like an alligator.
Like an alligator, like turtles.
Do I see
Of the
any
ninja
like
variety.
any like evidence of like a large type of animal or creature?
Give me a survival check.
I don't know what we might encounter, you know? Survival. Okay.
No, you don't see any evidence of any creatures.
Smooth sailing.
That's
Smooth sailing all the way.
I'm gonna be
Mhm.
easy.
But you would
breezy.
also see the little bits of lichen and fungus growing down here.
okay. All right.
As one does.
I slap Tobias' hand as he reaches for it.
No eat.
Remember what we talked about.
Sewer snack.
Is Tobias leading the way, and are you casting locate person?
I won't cast Locate Creature until he thinks he sees something that actually he has seen.
Okay.
At that
We need-
point, I don't feel that bad about it.
Do we need any light down here?
It is
It's
Dark.
lit.
pretty pitch
dark.
black.
Okay.
Light.
Louise casts light. Anyone else casting
And
light?
I'll cast light on something that I can hand to.
I feel like
All
I'm
the other people
afraid
in
to
this-
light my torch.
Just in case, it's fine.
Who's gonna hold the other light then? Athel's handing out something to be lit.
Put it on my sword.
Okay.
The
It's like a torch.
Magentan sun saw is lit,
Is that
fam.
not already? Is that not already?
It glows whenever he like makes it whir.
Okay, but it doesn't give light
Emanate
off
light.
by
Yeah.
itself.
It does not.
Man, it's not very sunny for us. Sunsaw.
Sunsaw.
Kind of a misnomer.
What's the
Just a
uncommon
blade, yeah.
variety? But as you guys are traversing the sewers, Tobias leading the way, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
With Tobias leading the way, you would occasionally see little like flotillas of debris, barrels floating down here, occasional like empty bottle, and other like just debris of like wrecked ships is what it looks like. Like seems like a shipwreck going by several times.
How deep is this water? Did you already tell us that?
I didn't
Alright.
tell you because nobody went in it.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know that we're gonna-
Nope.
And you,
Yeah.
you definitely cannot see the bottom.
Is there?
Can we
there's
see
walkways?
in it at all?
You have not seen the bottom. There's a walkway, like a rickety wooden walkway along the side of it. For sure.
Hopefully that doesn't break.
As you're making your way,
Down.
the actually going upstream essentially, literally up
My bad.
and
Up-
downstream, but it's uphill.
Hey.
This rickety ass bridge walkway. It is more like a bridge that's like connected to the side. You would come to a very steep downhill, about 40 or 50 feet down. Like literally just comes to a ledge going down. Just like straight down 40 or 50 feet as the walkway just disappears. You can see there's another walkway below as the water kind of creates this waterfall below in this kind of tubular area tunnel going down. And other areas you can see are kind of intersecting this one as well.
Do we see any
Does
way
it
to
seem-
get down to that walkway?
Give me a perception check.
Okay, I'll do that. And then you had a question.
Oh,
23.
that was my.
You can kind of along the side see some handholds, but they look slick and uninviting.
Everything in a sewer is uninviting. You're really not supposed to be down here.
Right.
Or
Does this look
touch
near
things.
where I was before?
Give me an insight check. It's a hard one to read because like it looks like sewer.
Right.
Insight yourself. Search your feelings and know
Yeah.
if this is true.
Yeah, it looks about similar.
Do we know if the sewer is standardized in its design, like a modern city?
It does not look like it at all.
Oh, good.
Been pieced
Oh.
together.
Up
It,
in the
it looks
back
like it's
of
been
the
pieced
place.
together and somehow it works.
Wait, so the flow of the sewage went uphill
It's going
and then just
up, and now
drops?
it's dropping.
And now it's dropping down. Yeah, so you guys went uphill for a while,
Is this
and
magic?
it's at a ledge and it just drops down. And like a little
We're
waterfall of
arguably
sewer.
in space. So, like, maybe gravity
Gravity.
in the asteroid?
Gravity exists here, though. That's weird. It's whatever.
Exactly.
I'm gonna-
Maybe the inside of the asteroid is different than the outside.
Well, maybe let's drop something off the ledge and see how fast it falls.
Okay, that makes sense.
Testing
Science.
gravity.
It's a solid question that's easily tested.
What are you dropping?
I will
I'll-
drop
There's
Copper.
Gotta be some debris here, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
anything?
I
Like,
don't want
just
to touch
kind of.
anything down here.
All right. Well,
That's
give me the
kinda
copper.
fair.
I'll cast light on it as you throw it down.
Okay.
And
That's what we'll do.
debris would be probably, yeah, I guess you guys aren't waiting for the debris. I drop a copper down, cast light, it drops down, plop, plop, and then falls off into water below. It falls like a regular penny, like you would expect.
Well, it was a waste of a copper.
Nope, we learned something important. If
Where'd
it
you guys
falls,
light on my
climb
sword?
down
Oh, wait, I
there.
think you're supposed to make a wish.
The light would eventually
You're right.
dissipate from the depth of the water.
Yeah.
And sorry, did you say how far of a drop it was?
About 50 feet.
All right,
Alright,
I've
I'll
got
go
slow
first.
fall. I can grab one and hold one of you guys and
Actually,
just fall slowly.
is that how it works?
Into the
I don't know.
water. I do
Hey.
not
Why
want to
not?
go down there.
I
Is
thought
it
there was
water?
a walkway down there.
There's another walkway.
There
down
is a walkway down there, but there's not like...
Okay.
There's some slippery footholds or handholds that possibly go down there, right next to the
We
waterfall.
think go all the way down, but we don't know.
I would say it looks like they go down to the walkway.
okay. Well, just want to attach a rope. Fell down.
I don't think my rope is 50 feet.
It's probably
and your lack of
close,
50.
but
It was at one point.
My rope.
yeah, I think it's
My
been cut
rope
up
is
a couple
50
times.
feet. So I'll. Is there anything to tie my rope to? Next question.
If you feel like
Could probably
the rickety walkway is good enough.
I don't.
Save.
It's a trap.
Ah,
Are
I'm
the
gonna try to
hand,
climb down. I'm just gonna try
Well-
to climb down.
are they like actual handholds, like sort of like metal rebar, like sort of
No,
handholds?
it's not. It's like rock, slick rock. There would be the occasional bit of rebar sticking out of it, or this kind of like pipe fitting, just kind of jutting out from under the waterfall.
You basically got to do a little bit of bouldering to get down there.
Yeah.
No, we know
Uh,
that I'm safe, and Oblate's probably safe.
A few of you guys are very safe to just
Oh,
drop.
Malcolm's good to go. I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm
waiting to
good
see
to
how
go.
you guys are going to figure it out.
The door is gonna go. The only person that's not really is Dr. Jelly. So put Dr. Jelly in the backpack.
I don't know that Louise actually wants to like fall into like the sewage.
no, that's
No,
why
no,
I'm
you want to
thinking-
land for the walkway.
I'm pretty
the other
sure I'm just gonna use my cape on this. I'm just gonna waste that charge not to get dirty.
That's fair.
So,
Totally fair.
It would be in Louise's nature, so.
who's going first, and how are you going?
I should
This-
go near the end.
Malcolm will go
I'll
first.
use my. Oh.
Malcolm goes first. Malcolm, how are you going?
I'm gliding down, aiming for that walkway.
With your
Oh,
racial
shit.
gliding effects.
As you would
Yeah.
see his almost
a
flying
glider
squirrel like glider,
Yeah.
yeah, sugar
Yeah.
glider.
mic working?
Your mic's working.
Okay.
Were you trying to say something earlier?
No, I don't- maybe.
Were you
it
trying to
might-
say something before Malcolm jumped off a cliff?
As Malcolm jumps off a
wait,
cliff
don't
and
do
just
that.
just dives
Yeah.
down,
Yeah.
flying around. Malcolm, it's dark down there. As you drop to the walkway, landing safely. Get a little splash of the water from the waterfall on you, but it smells like perfume. Not heavy, but yeah.
Something like that.
I mean, you didn't fall in. so
You
it's
didn't
not
fall in.
Nearly as bad,
You-
right?
You make it
You got a
to the
splash
walkway.
of- Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we're like vaguely getting misted
Yeah,
down there.
absolutely.
If you're near the water.
But it
waterfall.
is
So-
pitch black down there, so Malcolm, you cannot see down there.
Can minor illusion emanate light?
No.
Okay.
The cantrip light
Alright,
can
I'll go
emanate
down
light.
next. I'm gonna cheat and use my time ghost to go next to Malcolm with the door lit up.
Okay. We'll say, I guess, yeah, because it's 60 feet. Yeah, you got it. As Tobias just kind of stands there and looks down, and you can see his time ghost right next to Malcolm.
Dressed like a spelunker.
Yeah, dressed like
Yeah.
a little spelunker. As
Yeah.
all of a sudden, Tobias is just gone as that puff of his echo is in his place for a brief moment. Looks towards the rest of you guys standing up here before it just fades away.
And I'll hold up the light. Yeah, it's all good, guys. Come on.
Yeah, it's all good. Must be nice.
That way
Well,
they at least know where to land.
I wonder
just
if that
straight down,
destroys
right?
another reality.
It is just straight
of-
down.
of this character.
Okay. I'll hop down and do my double jump with the ringmaster escape.
Okay, double jump down. Hopping down perfectly, that little double jump. Do a little flip, maybe.
Do a little.
Yeah.
Pop.
Leaving
Little
Oblate,
flare on it.
Aethel, and Dr. Jellybean.
All right, Dr. Jelly, you ready to get in the bag?
Yeah, put me in the backpack.
Hmm?
I want in there.
And
Okay.
I will start to climb down. If I fall, well, slow falling.
Give me an athletics check
Here we go.
to kind of keep your grip on the slick surface. It is a high DC.
Ka-chow.
High DC that you pass with flying colors.
Nice.
Unfortunately,
My hands stink.
your hands do stink of whatever the
That is
sticky
unfortunate.
residue was on this walkway, or this handholds. But as you and Dr. Jellybean in your backpack land onto the bottom of that landing, the landing gives way as it is too heavy, or you guys are too heavy for this flimsy walkway. I need everyone to give me a dexterity save. Except for Dr. Jellybean and Aethel.
best.
Oblate, make one at disadvantage. Because you're making a
1
dex save for
second.
2.
Mm.
Oh,
Ooh. We're going in the shit water.
Yep,
You knew it was gonna happen.
we
It was
did. We
bound to
it was
happen.
inevitable.
We just assumed it would be a little later.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I feel like I
in
have
our
a thing
sewer
for
journey.
this.
Ooh.
Oh, this is all catching us by surprise.
Right,
Love that.
Well, I mean, the other one held us, so it would be a little surprising that it.
Absolutely.
right.
got a really
Probably
good
one
side.
too many people have jumped down there. Oblate, you were the only one
That's
as you
pretty
kind of, you're holding onto that handhold just barely and kind of use that leverage to pull you up over to another part of the platform, this walkway that has not given way, as Malcolm, Louise, and Tobias all crash into the water. As they do, you realize that there is this kind of, those of you in the water, there is a super strong undercurrent that is pulling you very quickly down the chute, essentially. As that happens, Aethel, what are you doing?
Well, the way I was gonna get down is pretty easy. Though now I have to like aim a little bit more because it sounds like I have to go to another section. I was gonna use the light screen hover boots that I have,
Oh,
and technically hover, but basically I was gonna use the action. It goes 40 feet.
mm-hmm.
A wall that's basically that I walk along, and I was going to basically cross a vertical surface.
Yeah. Is that what you're still doing?
Yeah, it just sounds like I have to angle it a little bit,
Fair enough. As you,
and I'll probably have to fall the last little bit.
yeah, give me a acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
I know it's not your strong suit.
That's what I'm good at. I was born a gymnast, as you can see.
Yeah.
Really.
As it
Yeah,
looks like
we
you,
see it.
you guys, for the first time, you see this like light screen just trail behind him like a wall of glorious prismatic bluish light. And then he drops down the last 10 feet, landing right next to Oblate and Dr. Jellybean as you're in the backpack. As you see a trio of your companions very quickly just kind of going under the water, splashing and getting kind of sucked down this tube of sewer.
How should we help them?
Is
Do
there?
we need to go in?
Are there like walkways on either side of it? Is there like a place for people to walk, or is it
Yeah,
just
like,
straight?
The
right
walkway
in a cylinder and-
continues, but it's a little bit like the funnel's a little bit wider, so the walkway is just kind of like a little bit above the water.
How much above the water would you say?
I'll say 10 feet.
Okay. Not an unreasonable distance. Does it like turn? Because like
Yeah,
the
it has
walkway was going the other
turns
direction,
and like
right?
different little like kind of you know, little angles and stuff. It goes into the pipe. The pipe keeps going.
Can I Misty Step out of the water?
Give me a Constitution save to see if you can concentrate on your spell.
You know, it'd be really cool if you didn't make me roll for things tonight. Have you
Just
seen
roll
how I've been doing?
good.
Can I just tell you what I want and it happens? Is that a version of D&D?
And you tell us what you really, really want?
I really, really want? Yeah.
You really
did you
want to
say
sing a zing
You say save or check, I'm sorry.
Save.
Save, yeah.
Oh, good. It won't matter.
Yeah, right? That's all I have to do.
No problem.
Ones
As-
and twos,
As
baby.
you
Ones
kind of
and
like looking up,
twos.
you see the space, you're like, yes, I got this, and then all of a sudden you get dragged underneath,
And then you're under the water and,
And then
you
you're
no longer see it.
under the water,
You know
and you
what?
no
Just
longer see it.
let Malcolm die.
So that kind of like going through this washing machine, just swirling down the water. What's everyone else doing?
If I were to slow them, would that be helpful?
Maybe?
They would.
Like the
Don't
spell.
do it. Please don't do it.
That would not actually be helpful.
No.
It would make their reactions to things slow.
Yeah, but then they wouldn't go crash flying like, drifting down the shit river,
No.
I get what you're
have
going
to
for.
slow the water. I know what you're trying to go for, but yeah.
Well,
Just
they're
don't-
just
Throw
trying to collect
water.
the poo babies.
Okay.
That's all they're trying to
As
do.
you guys would feel and see movement down below with you guys in the water.
Oh no.
Of course.
That's probably just like something that eats the poop. And I
You're,
can't
you're
do
muted,
that
Luis.
at all, Luis.
I with seeing movement down there, I'm in shit water. My flight or fight is flight. It's flight. It's flight. Okay, well,
I want to
since-
fly so bad.
Since I have a swim speed, can I try and escape upwards or no?
Give me an athletics check.
Oh yes, I'm so great at those.
I mean, I was gonna say.
Can I
what
also
we-
throw my rope?
Yeah, I was like, if we throw a
into the
rope
water?
down, we might be able to get some people up that
They
way.
are past the length of your rope at this point.
No.
Yeah, we'll have to probably run forward and like catch them up
As
ahead.
Louise, you keep trying to do that, like the classic penguin jump up, and you get like right
Yep.
next to it, right next to the walkway each time. It's
You're not
trying to
quite
use that
getting the lift.
momentum, but you are going with the current a little better than the other two, it would seem. As Oblate, Dr. Jellybean, and Aethel running after them down the walkway.
I would
Yeah, I
say
think that's what we should do.
Yeah, I think
every
so.
time you see Louise breach the surface, his face has a look of more and more disgust every time he pops out.
So they are under the water. Is
They
that
are-
I'm gonna
they're-
try to time ghost.
Under and in. I'd say Tobias trying to time ghost it up, trying to time that time ghost. Give me a. I'm gonna say wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
Yeah.
Okay. Why not? Yeah. No.
With a
Help.
4,
Help.
you guys would see his time ghost appear for a brief moment right next to the ledge, and then disappear and then reappear, as it's kind of like similar to like as it's appearing like right next to like, or maybe like on top of Louise as he's hopping up out of the water every now and then, trying to find
Help.
that escape. And you would see Malcolm just trying to keep casting this Misty Step,
He's like trying to just start and do the thing.
Yep.
And he's-
trying to
Okay,
think about
what
it.
I want to do is, can I see? Are they all kind of close together, or are they?
I would say
different, like-
Louise is a little bit ahead of the pack in this
Okay.
situation.
If I can, what I'm gonna try to do is summon Tensor's floating disc, kind of far enough ahead,
Under them.
or so that they can grab onto it. So they can
Okay.
get on it.
Okay.
Somehow.
I gotcha.
Okay.
'cause it
So
would-
I don't know how far ahead we have to be to do that. I says I can cast it in an unoccupied space that I can see.
Absolutely. So it just have to be with an area you can see. Absolutely. So as you try to cast this floating disc, we're gonna say, just give me a Arcana check.
just aiming.
You're just aiming it.
I'm trying to predict where they all might kind of go to
Absolutely.
in like a central
Makes sense.
You got the
location.
y-axis, the z-axis, and now you just need to figure out the
Right.
x.
Hypotenuse.
Yeah.
That's
Wish
pretty
I
good.
was high on pot
Yeah.
news. But the 22, you
Mr. Sandler.
do get that you guys in the water would see this just disc up here. What does the disc look like?
I don't know. It looks like your run of the mill just kind of a black circle. Nothing fancy. It's just the kind of thing
You guys would
stuff
see this
on.
hockey puck about 3 feet wide.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
they're 3 feet by like 2 inches or something.
Yeah.
They're really
So
thin.
you guys would see this really thin plate of blackness appear right above the water's surface. I'm going to say everyone give me an athletics check to try and grab on. I will give you all advantage to do so.
You've got this. That's pretty okay. That's
That's even
less
That's
okay.
really bad.
less
Yeah.
okay.
That's surprisingly not that great for you.
Right.
13's pretty okay.
Malcolm and Louise, you both barely grab on. Malcolm, I'll say you probably like grab it with like the back of your foot. As Louise, as you're doing that, like hopping up and down, you just kind of one time just land on it somehow. As Tobias sees it and just kind of grabs for it and keeps drifting down. At which point,
Can I move it?
it moves towards you.
Yeah, you can only.
It
basically make
would go.
follow us.
It would follow you to your degree, but at the same point, Aethel and Oblate, actually probably just Aethel because of your dark vision, as Dr. Jellybean's
Light,
noticing
so
on
that'll
this.
help a little bit, but
Yeah, but a little bit
my
further.
my boots are active, which means we have a little bit of light.
It's true.
They emanate very small amounts of light.
But as you're looking down, you hear this crashing noise as debris looks like it's piled up on a large grate in the sewer where the water just flows right into, and it's piled up with tons of sharp and jagged objects like wood, metal, ceramics, you name it, is piled up on it, like just kind of piled up on this grate. As the walkway looks like it walks right into the grate as well.
Like into it and past it.
Yeah,
Or does it
it
just
looks
stop?
like the grate is like cutting the walkway and the entire of this tube that you guys are in half. And there's just a bunch of jumbled sharp objects in the water.
It's a filter.
Yeah, it's been filtered.
Oh, well, that'll stop them.
What do you guys do? As Tobias is going right for this.
For it. Slow him down.
No, don't do that. So time ghost didn't work. Is there any large pieces of debris near me?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, I'm gonna try to use it like a surfboard, basically.
Just use it like a shield.
Yeah, basically, like just kick up on it and try to use it like where I'm getting ready to like.
Okay. Give me an athletics check as you try to grab onto this piece of wooden debris that is floating down this river of sewage. The 24. You are on this piece of wood, surfing the sewers like some surfboard
Ninja surf.
sewer ninja. Going straight for this pile of debris.
Can I veer off to the side? Since I've obviously got the hang of this.
You've got
can I
the
veer
hang
off
of it,
to,
like immediately got the hang of it. As you try to veer off to the side, I hate to say it, but give me an acrobatics check.
Sure, why not?
Make the DC lower as well.
I'm. Yeah, I know it's not a pass, so I'm gonna second.
11 is not a pass.
Here goes.
An extra 10 though.
An extra 10 with a 21. You're just kind of looking into it. You kind of go for that little bit of a jump and veer off to the side. And just as you go for that, there's a rock or something under there as you hit that just perfectly. The surfboard goes flying into the debris, shatters as you tumble onto the walkway.
Phew. Okay. I did it! I'm alive!
Something.
Can't see anything.
No one saw me do it.
No one's.
I saw it.
Ethel and
You saw
Dr.
it, Ethel?
Jellybean saw it as
That's why I
Louise
clapped.
and Malcolm are getting kind of dragged up out of the water by this floating black disc.
Oh, that was really awful.
I don't know if I am coughing up water or feces. This is not a good time.
No.
You-
Can you do that clean thing? Do you have that cleaning thing? Because I don't feel clean. I want to be.
You guys didn't get any pleasure krill while you were in there?
No.
It didn't
no.
even look.
Screw
Come
you.
on,
Give Rat
guys.
those
This is the whole
60%.
mission. Ratso's disappointed.
But as you guys
Dr.
are
Jelly,
looking at this grate, half of you wet and smelling of this odd flavor in some of your mouths and some of everyone's nostrils. It's not poop necessarily. You don't get that flavor. It's more like
Lavender scented
The
poop.
flavor of
Something.
old corn with
Oh, it's not better.
Oh, come on.
why is that worse? I love corn.
Old
This corn
corn.
doesn't get digested.
Not in
We're
the
in the
sewer.
sewer. When you think about shit, you think of corn and shit. Come on.
All right, well puree it up first, okay? Jeez.
Cream
But
corn.
no, it's
Kinda
it's
weird,
it,
okay.
it's yeah, like
Dr.
there's like
Jelly,
a little
do you have
sweetness.
prestidigitation at this point?
I don't.
Oh,
Wish I did, because you stink.
I'm very unhappy.
You're muted, Malcolm.
No, I'm not.
Okay. It looked like you were talking.
I was
Does
laughing.
anyone have
Okay.
the
No, I was gonna make a
magic
very
cleaning
off-color joke.
spell?
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Was it a brown color joke?
No.
Well,
Ah.
as you're all
Dr. Kevorkian joke.
a little stinky at this grate, you would see this very intricate door where the walkway meets it. And you can see the other side through this heavy iron double like mesh grate. But this intricate door looks to have all sorts of cogs and locks and this weird mechanism going on around it.
Inside check. Is it actually that complicated, or does it just look that complicated?
It would be an investigation
An
check.
intricate- Okay.
Well, I'm better at those, so that would actually be better.
You're all looking over it.
I'm going for it.
I'll allow 2 people to roll investigation. Oblate, yeah, shit looks complicated as fuck.
I can try and solve it, or do you want to try and solve it?
No, I'm not solving
Jellybean.
anything.
Things you would.
Yeah, you can go for it,
I
Ethel.
guess it's me.
Yep.
Try and give it a once over. It's got cogs and shit. Yeah. With a
Yeah.
15. There are 2 releases to it. One opens the door, and the other lets the debris float through.
That makes sense.
But there are
Close.
2 locks to each of them.
Do I know which one's which?
Yeah, I would say with the 15 you
one
figure
is
out which one's which, yeah.
This opens the door. This opens that. I don't know
Okay,
how
so-
to open this door or to open that, but I know that's what it does.
Well, it looks like it's a lock.
Yeah, okay. I can pick this, no problem. And it's gear shaped.
It is gear shaped.
I'm gonna take my clockwork amulet.
In the shape of a gear.
Mm-hmm.
That will fit. I think this will fit. Hold on, I want to try this.
What do you try? Like it has a keyhole, but the lock itself is in the shape of a cog, as there's other cogs attached to it that kind of go towards this whatever machinery almost.
I'm looking at my clockwork amulet, seeing if it'll fit. Taking my thieves' tools, see if I can aim it in along with the thieves' tools to unlock.
Wait, don't we have that screaming key thing?
Do we still
Right.
have that?
No,
I thought we
No.
lost.
It's
We
He
lost
he
it.
traded that
We
to him.
lost it.
Or he gave it away, yeah.
No, the
Oh.
dragon stole it. We lost it.
Oh.
Is that the one he took?
Dragon took. Yeah, that's one of the. He took it. We lost it, and then he took it.
Fair enough. Give me a sleight of hand check.
That's
You've
right.
got this. You can do it.
With
That's the
a
power of
20.
Positive reinforcement.
As you're... Yeah, you got the cog lined up. Get it in there. It takes a moment. Because the debris, just occasionally stuff crashing into it. Your loud kind of just echoes over the water. It doesn't really disturb your senses as you're zoned in, on task. You don't hear the satisfying click that you would normally hear from a lock. Instead, you would hear several whirs and grinding of the gears as they, one by one, open up, releasing this doorway, opening out onto the platform, onto more of this walkway beyond.
All right. Keep going.
Well, as you guys keep going into the sewers, further, deeper, dark still, that's where we're going to take our little 5 to minute break.
Not as dark. I basically have candles coming out of my feet.
That's true, as he's just
5 feet
hovering.
of bright light and 5 feet of dim light coming
Yeah.
out
He's
of my
hovering.
boots. Yeah,
We
I
have a
was like,
circuit.
oh, we have a weight
wall
problem. I'll
situation.
just hover and see if that helps.
Mhm.
Because I'm
It's got the
99%
petrolight
sure I'm the heaviest person here.
Absolutely. But yes,
3 of
as you
10
guys are
very hard.
in the sewers, making your way, we're going to take our little 5-10 minute break, folks. So stick around. We'll be
Go
back.
shortly
We'll be
to
back in
fight some
two.
Ninja Turtles and a giant rat.
Yes, probably.
Actually, we're going to fight a big rhino, a different kind of turtle. There's a really, really big fly.
Right.
Maybe a king of rats.
A brain in a jar in a person.
Right.
Yeah,
Sure.
a person with
Yeah.
some cool armor and like, I don't know what you
Yeah,
call
man,
those. Like, yeah,
I don't know why he's down here because he has nothing to do with the sewer. But
no. But yeah,
he has cool tiger claws.
stick around for that stuff, folks. We'll see you in a minute.
See you guys shortly.
Bye.
All right, folks. Welcome back. Last we left off in our excursion into the sewers after traversing some dangerous hazards and potential problems of doors and grates. We are still traversing into the sewers after a little bit of a fiasco with people falling into the deep, unknown depth of the sewer water. You guys are past this door of cogs and gears along this rickety walkway. And continuing on as you previously did.
Yep, device up front.
Why not?
Okay.
Sounds good.
Could I try to miracle up them being clean with thaumaturgy? Could that be our minor wonder?
Sure, give me a wisdom check to try and like air horn dry them.
Yeah, just like something.
I mean,
Yeah.
Louise is hating life right now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do what I can.
I'm
How
effectively
centered are the-
poisoned.
Causing
Yeah,
all
Malcolm's not
of their
feeling too good about his fur.
all of your clothes and fur to just kind of ripple.
Just kind of regular wisdom.
Yeah, just regular wisdom. You're good at those.
I am. I was just double checking.
Yeah, everyone is, for the most part, pretty freaking dang clean after this kind of weird rippling effect as he just kind of whooshes over you all. Everything around is still that same scent, but at least it's not
I can't change that.
in your clothes and in your fur. You're, for the most part, pretty good. No longer dripping wet.
You have no idea how much I appreciate that.
Well, that's
Thank you.
why we're friends.
Best friends.
The hot sauce. I understand it.
I think you're leading the way, and then I'm right behind you.
Got my sword out. On the way.
Make sure
Okay.
you tell us if it looks familiar, you know?
I mean, it all looks
Looks
kind of
familiar.
familiar.
Did the door look familiar?
You don't remember a door.
No, I didn't remember. I don't remember a door.
Darn,
Hope
because
we're
this
going
would have
the
been a
right
really
way.
unique landmark.
It would have. I just remember the little house.
Okay.
Little house.
We haven't seen a little house yet.
No,
I
but I
have
think
not.
it's coming up this way. If we just keep going right through here, I think we're good.
You say
Lead
so.
the
After
way.
a few minutes of going just right through here, through more of this bubbling water, it does seem a little bit cleaner here. And then you get
Because
to
of the filters.
a point where this is really strange. The water, that's not really strange. You would see a drain next to you guys, like a large, maybe 40-foot wide drain going down in a swirl as the walkway keeps going past this, but this swirling whirlpool drain just going down into darkness as this other river kind of connects to it.
Probably should avoid falling down there.
Yeah.
Goes.
Yeah, probably not fun.
No, not at all.
I don't think I can surf that.
How wide is the drain?
About 40 feet wide.
Oh, so like a giant
It's
drain.
Like
giant.
a big hole.
It's a big hole. There would be another grate there as well, but you can only imagine, like, if you get in on that grate, you'd probably just
Yeah.
be continuously slammed and
Yeah.
would not be fun.
No, okay, don't do that. So,
That would have been a problem if you guys had broken the previous grate down.
Yeah.
Mm.
Someone would have probably
Eight.
died.
But continuing on, now going upstream, or following the path of the sewage river upstream, seeing the occasional rat scurry about, not really paying you much attention, maybe running from you, or don't really care. But like I said, they don't really seem to pay you any mind. And eventually
Never know.
you come to this opening where you can hear another, kind of similar to how you guys got down, but this is going up. You would kind of hear the roaring of the waterfalls in the distance, but mostly you would see, Tobias, this place looks familiar, as you would see a wooden ladder going up to where you can see a little bit of light drifting down from the ceiling from a grate. And you would,
this is it, guys.
about 60 feet up, but next to that, you would see this little walkway with a hut-like building attached to it with kind of vines and stuff growing over it. At the edge of this kind of walkway, which actually is more like a dock, you would also see a little boat attached to it as well. And at the opposite end would be that waterfall that you just kind of barely make out in the darkness. A lot of debris kind of piled up in the corners here. The area is very rickety. It looks like some pile of mud or actually land masses in the middle of the space too. But on the dock, you would see a silvery Modron with a single eye, no lips, and just kind of feathery wings sprouting out of his back. Looks like he's fishing.
Okay, so
His humanoid-looking
Most likely.
eyeball turns towards you.
oh no.
You would see,
Ethel,
you
he's
would
your
see-
people. Right?
Talk to him. Talk to him, Ethel.
Okay.
We're here.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, so I'll just go up and.
You would just hear it like emanate, kind of like, almost like talking through a voice box kind of thing. Hi.
How are you today?
How I am is irrelevant.
Here.
Why are you here?
We're looking for one of your friends.
It just stares at you.
We want to help them. Protect them from Bub.
Still staring.
His name is. Okay, say it actually right if I wrote it down. Hope I did. Tomas Tiddlytaffer.
Are you of relation?
We were sent by. She's a cousin? Or
Half cousin.
Half cousin.
We were sent
Mr. Cousin.
by. Yeah.
Change
By
music.
by half cousin Frankie. But we are not directly related.
Oh. You mean T. TT.
T-Dog.
He is not a dog,
The
Oh, wow.
T-Man.
nor is he a man.
Yes, that's fair, I guess.
I would assume they're a tiefling.
T-Taffer.
Of relation,
Maybe
possibly.
some kind of frog person whose race I don't know the name of.
An anomaly. A rarity.
Just
I
like
can relate to that.
us.
Oh. And you help. Why? Why does one as you and looks over, the eyeball looks over at you all. Company. Help. How?
The why is typically money, but the how will be we can eventually leave with him. If that's what he wants.
Where would you leave? With him?
That's a great question. We haven't really decided where we would take him. I guess wherever he wanted to go.
Oh. That is unsettling.
Why is
How
wherever
so?
he would want to go be unsettling?
T has dreams.
Well, don't we all?
No,
Do they?
we don't.
Oh,
Where does he
Right.
want to go?
Back.
Back where?
I do not know. He does not know.
that would
Oh, I
make
bet we
getting in there a
know.
lot harder.
Do you know?
Do we?
Maybe.
Maybe
don't
he
know.
wants to go where we want to go.
Oh, the
we
curtain
might be able
flies?
to talk to him and
Maybe.
figure it out, but his dreams are definitely going to be short-lived here. I mean, he's being hunted. He has to know that, and I'm assuming that's why he's down here.
He is being hunted.
We've fought in his name
Sort of.
to both protect ourselves, but also people that are looking for him.
There is much infighting in his name.
Do you know where he is? Could we talk to him and try to help him figure out where he might like to be?
I do know where he is. And you could talk to him. I don't think he would like to talk to you.
Would you like to ask him for us?
Would I
We can
like?
stay right here. Would you ask him for us?
I
If he
suppose I
would
could.
be willing to talk to us? We can
I'm
stay
just
right here.
very curious. What is your relation to him?
I am what he calls a friend.
Or is he what you would call a friend?
I think he is the closest approximation of what I would ever have as a friend.
Would he consider Frankie a friend?
Frinky is of relation.
But you can have relations that you hate. Does he like Frankie?
I do not know his amicability towards Frinky.
Well,
This is perplexing.
if you
Fair.
do talk to him for us, you might tell him, if you're so inclined, that she's worried about him and we're sort of working on her behalf as well, trying to find him and help him.
You mentioned money.
We're here.
What money?
He's worth a lot of money, but typically why we help people is for money. I don't know that we're actually going to get any money this time. I
No,
think we're
nobody's
just getting
offered us.
Or any time.
No
Or
one's
any
offered
time.
us any money.
We try to get money, but we don't. No, look, we just really need to find out what happened and help him out.
Yeah, if it's any consolation, these guys help people for money and don't usually get the money. So in this situation, getting the money would be like taking advantage of the bounty, and that doesn't track with what we're doing. We simply want to help him.
Tomas has no money.
Well, that's fine,
Well,
because we
yeah.
don't want his money.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
weren't looking for his money or
We're not
really
working for him.
anyone's.
He would be forced
He
to
has
kill you
something
if you
even
tried to
more
take his
important.
money.
No, we're not gonna take. We're not gonna take
don't-
anyone's
He doesn't have to
money.
worry about that. He doesn't have any money.
We can forget about the whole subject of money.
He has no
but,
money, therefore he will not kill you for it.
Okay.
Good.
Well, that's great.
Well, that is also great, yes.
Don't we
But
really-
if you could ask him, if there were a few people here to help on Frankie's behalf, perhaps he might listen to what we have to say.
I could ask him in many different words.
Which ones
Will
will
you
you
ask him
choose?
in any of those words?
Would you choose those words that would be most advantageous to us?
I don't know. This is perplexing.
Will you go let him know we're here at all?
Oh. As the eyeball just kind of wanders around. He'll hold out his fishing rod.
Want me to hold it?
Yes. If I am not on task, someone needs to be.
Okay, I can fish.
Please do.
Are you fishing for anything in particular?
Oh, yes.
Crab meat,
What?
maybe?
A great mystery.
Fish.
Like talking to another Ethan.
Is it gonna bite this line? Like, if you want us to be on task, we need to know what the task is fully.
It could. Something could. Many things
Have
could.
you ever caught anything?
I have caught many things. Everything you see here has been caught. And kind of gestures to the near empty dock. You would see like a couple of crates, a boot, things like that.
Nothing that looks like a fish,
No.
or like some other kind of creature that would live in water.
So you're not
No.
or maybe you are practicing catch and release, and you're just a bad fisherman. Anything that we catch, we should just reel in and bring it, set it on the dock, and you can maybe review it when you get back.
I am not a fish or a man.
I don't think I said that, did I?
You
Okay,
called him a
He's the
fisherman.
fisherman.
Oh,
Yeah.
now I'm perplexed.
You shouldn't
Okay.
be. This is standard Modron behavior.
Such
Well,
accusations are
we'll
often
take-
perplexing.
we'll take care of this task for you while you go talk to Tomas. How about that?
That is a decidedly okay deal.
Well,
Glad
there
we
we have
can
it.
help.
Okay.
And Ethel's gonna turn around and look at the water because he's got the.
And he'll walk to the hut.
So
Leaving you there as he just kind of turns over towards you guys, pulls off like a piece of like sheet metal, walks in, his hand just kind of closes the sheet metal back up.
So that kind of maybe answers one of my questions. Are there multiple exits to the to and from the shack?
It looks like it's a lot of like possible
You just
flimsy.
push it open.
Yeah.
Probably just destroy
Okay.
the whole shack on accident.
Yeah.
Can
So
I
I've
poke
never
around on
actually fished before. I've just read a book about it.
I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. All you have to do is just wait.
That's what most of the books say.
I kind of want to keep an eye on the shack to make sure that Tomas doesn't try to sneak away when Rebate tells him that we're here.
That makes sense.
I'm just poking around the shore, I guess, looking at all the stuff he caught.
Give me an investigation check. And Oblate, give me a perception check.
And then I'm just watching the
Wow.
water because I'm fishing.
Give me a survival check, Ethel.
I can do that. I'm okay at that.
Yeah, this is gonna make sense. It's still pretty dark, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, you had the light.
There is a lantern lit on the outside of the little shack, and there's some light coming in from above with that little bit of the grate that is about 100 feet up, as there is a ladder going all the way up the wall.
Yeah,
Oh,
that goes
wow.
all the way up to where
Why don't we take that grate?
we didn't know where it was.
You didn't know
Right,
where it was.
gonna come right down.
That's
Right,
how we
see
should
that.
leave, though. It
Mhm.
seems
Yeah.
conveniently close.
I agree. I do not want to go through any more water.
I don't know if we could get back up there because that portion of the bridge is gone.
The 13, Ethel. Roll me a d6.
You gonna get
A boot. Das Boot.
You do get a boot.
Left or right?
It is the same boot that is on the deck.
Same kind of boot.
Nope, it's the same boot.
The same boot, like the same foot.
The same foot, same boot.
Interesting.
That is perplexing.
They're both right foot boots.
And they seem to be the same kind of make.
Same make, same wear and tear on them.
That's really weird, actually. That is now weird. Like,
It's like
two
a
pairs of shoes
clone.
being down here is a little not that weird.
That is
But you
weird.
swear it's the same boot.
The same exact one.
Yep.
I'll just put it next to the other boot.
Okay.
And then I'll continue fishing while we wait.
So you guys are out here for a good 10, 15 minutes. If there's anything
that
you'd
makes
like to
sense.
discuss or do other than look through the things that have been on the thing or looking towards the shack, if anything.
I mean, we probably talked to him for a good 10, 15 minutes, so, like, there's
should
15
just
minutes
be
worth of
honest.
information to...
Yeah, we just should be honest when we talk to Thomas and just be like, hey, we want to help you, but it's not really altruistic because we want to help so we can get information so we can save the universe.
Were we not being honest with rebate?
Yeah, I don't think
No.
there's anything wrong with
We're
telling
being
him
pretty honest. We're being pretty straightforward.
that we have questions for him, but I'm more concerned with how do we sneak him out of here?
Probably with magic.
I would assume so.
I think we could turn him invisible. That's a trick we've done before.
Right?
I have not done that trick. Who does that again? Was it you, Jellybean?
Yeah, I can, but it probably would have to be tomorrow. Maybe they'd let us stay here.
I mean, I can turn him invisible, but remember, we're parked like right next to the Mind Flayer vessel. Who
Not right
also
next to it.
is-
It's visible.
We could just see it.
We're
Right.
parked close enough to the Mind Flayer vessel for it to be problematic if we're trying to sneak this guy onto the ship and get out of here.
Well, if he's
Assuming he
invisible,
wants to
does it
leave.
matter? That's true.
It
as
might.
I
well.
mean, there's
It
ways
might.
to detect invisibility.
I
Like
could turn
detect
him into
invisibility.
It's
I could
it's
turn
not
him into
foolproof.
a different creature. If he would
We
allow
could turn
that.
him into an animal. That'd be neat.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, I
a
could-
new trick.
that's a new thing. I could try to do that.
I think it's
but
just
again-
worth figuring out a plan before we try to move him.
Well, we have to make sure he's on board too. What if he
Yeah.
says no?
Consent's
If
important.
not, maybe he could just give us the information about what actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't
Yeah.
want to do any of this. That would be great.
That is
too.
true. Perhaps he's just looking to clear his name.
We could try to help with that if it's something we could do.
Yep.
But I guess we wait and see. Any
Maintain
movement over
current
there,
course.
Oblate?
What was that?
Anything happening in there?
No, not really. Not that I can see.
As you would see Rebate leave the same way he entered. Pushing off that little bit of sheet metal. And then stepping out. And just looking towards you all.
We caught a boot. The same one that you already had.
Oh. Okay.
That's kind
What's
of
over
weird.
with the boot?
The boot
That's
goes
enough.
with
That's okay.
the boot.
That's what I assumed. That's where I put it.
T said he's got you right where he wants you. If you make any sudden or bad moves, he'll be forced to end your lives.
Mm,
Okay.
Okay,
Not
I-
like that.
Yeah, I mean,
We're
we
not
didn't come
gonna-
down here with
yeah,
the
we're not gonna
intention
do
of
that.
doing that.
mathematically, it seems like he probably wouldn't be able to kill us all, but I'm just going to continue fishing then.
Not gonna try to do anything that would warrant that type of reaction from him. No.
Like, it seems kind of weird with this many people and finding you and knowing there was a relation between you and him. So assuming that he would be somewhere nearby, we would have snuck in, come in guns a-blazing. I mean, there's multiple ways that, like, or should we really be perceived as a threat? I guess is what I'm driving towards.
Everyone is
Maybe
a
he thinks we're
threat.
trying to trick him.
And you would hear, coming from nowhere and everywhere, low voice. That's right, punk. I got you right where I
Oh.
want you.
Okay.
That's
Well,
what we
first
were
of all-
told.
Start talking. Who are you? What do you want?
Well, first of all, hello. Pleasure to kind of meet you, I suppose.
It's never a
Uh,
pleasure.
Okay,
You
we're
meet nicer
going with
people.
dark and gloomy. Okay. Actually, did we come up with a group name?
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna ask that earlier. We really need like a posse name.
we do.
The Pecan Sandies.
We are the
Yeah.
Pecan Sandies.
Some good cookies.
Interesting choice. I was gonna say the crew of the Magdalena.
We
That's
are the
boring.
crew of the Magdalena as
That's
well.
boring.
Rebate will just say, I think you guys are unsure of yourselves.
Just a small
In this
tiny
topic,
bit.
absolutely.
We've
Even
never been asked.
I didn't know we were coming down here for therapy. Thank you, Rebate.
even more of right where I need you.
Okay.
Confused? Or...
Yes. Now,
Okay, look, we are down here because we wanted to help your cousin, half cousin, someone or another, Pinky Frinky.
what did you do to her? I'll murder you.
Nothing of the sort. Aside
Teach her
from
well.
tip her well and had a great night where I serenaded her, but
You better
He
tip her
dedicated
good.
He
I
dedicated
did.
a song
I
to
believe
her.
we did.
Yeah, you dedicated a song to her.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
That sounds
she
sweet.
was honored.
It was actually.
A little
could
odd
s-
since we not actually met her yet, but
And she's worried about you, and we said that we wanted to help.
and she judged us to be trustworthy.
How are you going to help?
That's a great
Well-
question.
well,
we haven't
that's
quite thought that through.
What we want to try to figure out by talking with you.
If you can't
Yeah,
help, I can't let you leave.
Well,
But
we
we can-
don't have to leave.
Your information
How
could be
about-
traced back through your brains. Or your
Well,
thoughts.
how about
They'll betray
how about
you,
you?
and then I'll betray
Oh.
you by murdering you.
Okay.
Okay, so
Alright.
this is clearly the mind flare business.
You're a mind
yes,
flare?
we can-
Are you
We
under the
killed a lot
control
of
of
those
one?
guys.
No, we ran into them and we disposed of a few of them.
Good.
Left
Yeah,
a
he
few of their friends.
ran away.
They are the scum of the universe.
Sure.
I agree.
Really
They
harsh.
definitely tried to eat my brain, so yes.
Not good.
This one seems to be that way for sure. I have not met every mind flayer to make that judgment.
I guess we really just kind of want to know what happened. Why are you running? Why is there a bounty on you?
What happened at the party?
Yeah, the dinner at Bub's.
What should I tell you? You don't even know how you're going to help me.
How do you
Well-
want to be helped? Like we're
Yeah.
here offering our assistance.
Your friend Rebate said that you had dreams. What are those
wanna
dreams?
help
You would hear like
Feel
a
the-
subtle whisper. Rebate, why'd you tell him that? I was just making conversation. You hear a little.
Really good job.
Okay, well, Tomas. Perhaps we could have a friendly conversation.
I'm
No
being as
threats
friendly
of-
as I can be.
I was thinking more of the face-to-face conversation type.
Well, you don't see me?
I look around. Do I see him?
No, but I'm looking at the water because I'm still helping with the rebate task.
I'd say everyone else except for Eighth will give me a perception check.
Love the nines today.
Oh,
Hey, 15.
thank
17
God.
was good.
I just need to head to exit roll 20 and restart the
Jeez.
computer, you know.
All
Got
you
something
need.
higher than a 6.
No one sees him.
Oh, darn. 17 wasn't enough.
No, I do not see you.
That's
It is
exactly
kinda
how I
dark in
want
here.
it.
Well,
Listen, Tomas, can we stop being kind of ambiguous? Like, we're here hat in hand. Well, in theory, I don't think Oblate's removed his
Ambiguous
hat,
is my middle
but
name.
Your name is Tomas Ambiguous Tiddly Taffler.
That's right. You think I just made that up? I'll
No.
kill you if you say
Yes.
otherwise.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you made that up. I got to be honest. In the spirit of being honest here, like, and not trying to lie to you, I think you just made that up.
Your honesty sickens me.
I don't know why you would lie about your middle name. It isn't even
You-
required for most forms.
Do you want
So-
us to lie to you? We're being honest. We're just
If you lie to me,
people
I'm
here.
probably gonna have to murder you.
You've
We're not
already said
lying.
you're going to murder us if we try to leave, but it sounds like you don't want us here. And we're just trying to be helpful.
If you can help, I want you here.
Can you tell us how you want us to help you?
I want
What
off
is
this
it?
rock.
Yeah, that's what we figured. That's
We have
kind
a
of what the
ship,
plan
the
was. We
captain.
have a ship. We
Where
have a
do you
captain.
want to go?
I want to go home.
Where's that?
Where's home?
Don't know.
That'll make
Great.
it much harder to get there.
Can
We're gonna
we
go try to find some Kurgan flies. Is that home maybe?
Kurgan fly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
swarm
swarm
sun
around
or
the
something.
sun.
Yeah, they enveloped the entire sun. Allegedly, it's
Yes. I was there when it happened.
Whoa.
wait. Is that home?
Something like it.
Well, we want to go
Great.
there, so
Yeah. Do you want to hang
you
out
could
with
go
us?
You could help us find it.
Me. And Bubs.
Wait.
And
What about you and Bubs?
two others. We were a crew.
You. Oh.
We go way back.
You don't remember the other two?
Lozenrax.
Oh.
we met him.
And
Yeah.
Eagle Boy.
Eagle boy.
Is
Wow.
that his
Okay.
name or a description of what they look like?
Yes.
I would agree with that statement.
Okay.
Hmm. So no help whatsoever. Okay.
So he's some kind of bird man.
Boy.
What
As-
role did he have on the crew?
Has he gotten older? Is he a bird man now?
He might be.
How long ago was this?
I think we left him there.
Oh.
With the Kurgan fly swarm?
There
Or
were
a
too many of
planet near it?
them. I only have fragments, bits, pieces.
So was
And you
your-
would finally see him walk
He, like-
into the light.
He like stepped out.
This about foot tall frog person, short and squat with kind of dark green skin, black eyes, just this straight mug that he's like just straight face. Small little white horns dimpling out of the top of his head. Like armor and like bits of armor scraps, but like all like shitty and like a big backpack on. As you guys would see Tomas Tiddly Taffer.
Look at him. He's a little guy.
And he's like
looks
like
so
a like a
cool.
little over a foot tall.
Too bad he's like
Ah!
super tiny,
Just a little
but
guy.
he's like a horned toad,
So
but like with literal horns.
this is your tiefling ancestry.
I got an uncle who's a demon, devil, something like that.
Hmm.
I don't remember. A lot of it's fuzzy ever since the incident. I just remember here with Bubs and Blas.
And
How
what
s-
incidents was this?
The swarm.
The Kurgan fly swarm.
So what happened with the Kurganfly swarm?
I don't remember. It's all so vague and fuzzy. Not the warm kind.
Oh.
The kind that murders your brain.
Out of curiosity,
It's like a
what's
mind
your
flayer fuzzy.
relationship with Flozenrex now?
Like I said, we were part of a crew.
Right, but now.
Are you still in touch? Do you talk? Do you chat?
I haven't spoken to Flaws and Rex in years. I
Would
don't
you
even know if
want
he
to?
remembers me.
You
Bubs didn't.
know he's here, right?
Yeah. Of course I do.
Wait, so you said Bubs didn't recognize you at all,
Or didn't remember you?
No.
but invited you to his house?
He's doing some small-time work. Got some recognition. That's something he wanted. I gave it to him, naturally. That's how you work your way up the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Give it to the biggest
Which
bunny
was?
possible.
I've never heard that phrase.
What
It's not a
happened? He
phrase.
didn't like it.
No, he liked it. He liked what I gave him. The money. The coin. The treasure.
Then
So
he
then, why
started
doesn't he want?
mad at you?
Why does he want to kill you?
Yeah, why did it all go south?
Do I have your word? That you're gonna help me out of this mess?
Good, as long as you're not like a terrible person, sure, why not?
We're gonna do our best.
I'm only
Yeah.
terrible when I'm murdering people.
Yeah, okay. That's
I mean,
not,
Me too, buddy.
not
Me too,
great.
buddy.
Yeah, same.
we may
Hey.
have a history of murdering people, but they deserved it.
Right?
Yes.
As far as we know.
They all deserve it.
Okay, again, that's
I don't know.
problematic.
If that's statistically true.
Just the ones that kill.
I'm good
So
with
you-
that.
Kill people that kill others.
Or worse.
I don't know how much worse murder. But anyway,
We
Yeah,
All
we'll
right,
do
we want to
everything
help
Sure.
you.
in
Lay
our
it on
power,
us.
our resources to help you.
Alright. So there we were. Having dinner. It was a good meal. Had some rare bit. Haven't had that in years. Good meal. Stuff to drink. I don't know what he's got up there, but it tastes exquisite.
mhm.
I'd murder for some of that food, that's for sure.
Here you go again with that word murder.
You gotta, yeah, tossing that around. That's, yeah, okay. Keep going.
It sounds cool. Anyways. Yeah, we had the rare bit for dinner, and then dessert came, and well, we were talking it up, and well, let it slip. Called him by his name. I guess he didn't like that. His real name.
A name that's
Wow.
not Bubs.
It's not Bub. Not at all. Something so much worse. It's the name his parents gave him. It's probably why he murdered them.
Oh,
What is his name?
More
What-
murder?
Killed
Okay.
his parents.
Over his
Bubble.
name?
His name.
Yeah, what is his name?
Bubbles.
His name's. And then as he says that, you would see this long tentacle reach out and grab him by the foot and just yank him up in the air. The tentacle coming from the water.
I should have expected that.
Aether, you should have seen that
I
coming,
feel like I
buddy.
should have seen this. But
You
it didn't
kinda-
grab the line, so
It didn't
like,
grab the line.
You're kind of focused on the water the whole time, as you've said 12
Aethel,
times.
you had one job.
As he goes
I'm fishing.
flying up into the water, he goes, "Ah!" As he is lashed up, and you would see another tentacle reach up out of the water, followed by another tentacle, and another tentacle, as 3 eyeballs droop up out of the water, as you would see a giant froghemoth, this behemoth of a frog-like creature, 2 tentacles on either side of it whirring around in this murky water.
Gross.
And
Get wet.
we're gonna roll some initiative. I'm gonna bring you guys to a map.
Oh.
We're gonna roll initiative,
The
and that. Oh, I actually have the wrong one there. Everyone's cameras look all weird there. But as you guys are doing this initiative, that is
Where we'll wrap up.
where we're gonna wrap up tonight. Oh, I don't have
Gotta know
rebate
the
up.
name. Wait, we need.
What's in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
box?
tentacles. What's
Give
his
us the
name, though?
name.
As he'll tell you later.
You're
Unless
right.
he
After we
dies.
save him.
Oh, that Modron is like the complete opposite of what I was imagining him from the picture. That's like a
Oh,
Squidward
yeah.
That's
Said
Modron.
he
that's
had no
the,
lips.
that's the
Those are huge
Ugh.
lips.
that's the new
this is-
Modron picture, and they
Yeah, this
made
is
it
He
look
the
looks-
weird.
generic Modron picture.
I don't
Oh,
I
that's-
don't I don't
Handsome,
love
that-
it.
handsome
It's
Squidward.
terrifying.
That does not give me a good
That is-
feeling at all.
Yeah, it's
No.
terrifying.
No,
Yeah,
I
whereas
like
the-
yours way better. I
Uh,
felt
the
better
one-
about it.
The one we were given is a older style of Modron.
yeah,
Like art.
and he is the older style,
Ah, he's
He's-
an obsolete model.
obsolete model.
Makes
But yeah,
sense.
that is where we're going to end tonight, folks, as they have found Tomas Tiddlytaffer, but he has been grappled by a giant frog hemoth. We'll pick up there next week. You did it. You found him, and
I'm sure it'll be fine.
He did
Yeah.
it.
it'll be fine.
And he does not have murder on the mind at
Buenísimo.
all.
He just really likes the word. But yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for watching, folks. Thank you,
guys.
Internet.
Thanks, Twitch.
And we will see you
Bye.
next week. Later.
Night, guys.